welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be flash tuning my M2 with boot mode by Pro Tuning Freaks, provided by Keys Motorsports. So initially I wasn't planning on flash tuning the M2 so soon, but I've decided that I'm going to have this downpipe installed tomorrow, and this is a fully catless downpipe. And to avoid any check engine lights or any errors or codes thrown up on the screen, we want to make sure that we go ahead and tune the car so we don't throw any codes. So primarily I am doing this just so I don't toss any codes up after we throw in the downpipe, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't curious to see how the car feels after driving it flashing to stage 1. So we're just going to do stage 1 today. Very mild, very basic. This is going to be a very easy tutorial, you guys. If you've never flashed your car with boot mode, watch this video right here where I flashed the F30. I did this multiple times earlier when I owned the F30, and it's a really easy process with Pro Tuning Freaks, and that's really why I like to flash with boot mode. Nowadays, a lot of these tuning programs are very similar. They're all very easy to flash your car. So I just received the email from Keys Motorsports that has my boot mode license. I'm gonna head out to the car, grab the laptop, set up my phone as a hotspot, and I'll kind of run you guys through the process. I'm gonna keep it as basic as possible just because we've done so many in-depth videos when it comes to flash tuning, but I will give you guys the basics, kind of show you what we do, show you what we configure, and then obviously go for a drive and we will see how the car performs with the flash tune stage 1. Alright, we are in the car and ready to flash the M2. We have plugged our OBD2 to Ethernet cable into the OBD2 port. We have plugged the Ethernet side into my laptop here. You guys will see the screen now showing that we are up on Boot Mode's website. I have my agent running, everything's ready to go, OBD connected, car's in here, vehicle's been read. Now we're gonna go ahead and go to OTS maps. We are looking for stage 193 octane. You can see it right here. And obviously they have a bunch of different ones. Stage 2, stage 2 race gas, stage 2 E30, all sorts of crazy stuff. We are just doing the basic stage 193 octane tune here. Let's go ahead and get the tune. Are you sure you'd like to acquire a stage 193 octane map? Yes. Now it's gonna go ahead and add that tune onto my dashboard. You can see here I have the stock tune and then I have the stage 193 octane tune. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in here. All right, this is an OTS map. There are no updates available at this time, so this is, we're assuming up to date as it is. We're gonna hop over to configure because I already know that there's some things I wanna change based on previous stuff. I'm not really gonna go too far into messing with the burbles. So we'll just go with the OTS exhaust burble settings. That means whatever this map is set up with is what we're gonna run. And if I want to configure something different later, I can go ahead and do that. So the GTS startup roar is interesting. It is basically an increase in RPMs as soon as you start up the car. So it goes vroom, then comes back down to idle. All right, so if you guys look here, catalytic monitors, we're gonna turn that off. So that removes your check engine light when running a catless or high flow downpipe. I'm gonna be running a catless one, so we wanna go ahead and check that off, and that way we will, tomorrow when I install the downpipe, I won't get any check engine lights. So that's kind of what I was talking about before, and that's really the biggest reason that I'm doing that, because I don't want to be driving around with codes flashing on my dash. So that's it, really. That's all I'm doing. This is like super basic. I'm not going into anything crazy. So let's go ahead and leave this as is, save the changes. Yes, save those changes. Cool, map configure changes, reflash, good to go. All right, so now we have the 93 octane tune set up how we want it with the configurations and everything. We're gonna go ahead and flash it. Make sure you guys have your seatbelt plugged in. That is something that you need to have. If you have like a suspect battery, make sure you're hooked up to a battery charger, all that good stuff. We're gonna go ahead and just flash this now. So the first time flashing takes a little bit longer than usual, but in the future, once you've been flashing a little bit, it's a lot faster. So just gotta get through that first one that takes a few minutes, and then everything gets progressively easier from there on out. Now with the OTS burble settings, it might be a little overkill for me. I did have a good amount of burbles running on the F30, but I'm not the biggest fan of like super obnoxious burbles. I actually like the way that the car is now. It's not over the top, it's rather refined, and that's kind of how I like to keep my stuff. You can obviously customize your burbles to do whatever you want. You can have loud pops seldomly, or you can have loud pops all the time. I mean, you guys can really set it up to however you want. The best way to learn that is obviously go into configure and just try out different settings and reflash the car until you find the perfect combination for you. 99% completed. Clearing all the codes in the ECU. All right, success. Please wait 5 seconds and then start the car. Let's go ahead and start up the car. So when you guys do the initial startup after flashing, you'll see that check engine light over here. Just go ahead and turn off the car. It'll go away, and then turn it back on. And now you'll see that all the codes are gone. So we are officially flashed stage 1, 93 octane right now, boot mode. I'm just gonna let it run for a minute. I'm gonna open up the garage and let it run for a sec, and then we will go for a drive. Car is idling as it usually does, nothing out of the normal there. So like I was saying, the GTS startup roar, basically it just lifts the RPMs up when you first start the car, so it just gives it a big boost in RPMs and then it comes down. Not really my thing. I mean, this car already sort of does that, but if you wanted something a little more aggressive, then you can go ahead and do the GTS startup roar. I have seen some people who had idle issues with it though, that it kind of like bogged down. Elevated Media just did a video on it, and his seems to be bogging like really low after it does the startup roar. So not sure with that. They probably need to do like an update. Anytime they release these new kind of features, I usually wait it out to just see if they do any updates on it. But let's go ahead and get in the car and take this thing for a spin. See, the car already has like a little bit of that GTS like startup roar. It already kind of has that. So that's kind of why I didn't decide to put that in. Parking mode off. Burbles are loud. Feels good, feels clean, nothing weird. Those burbles are loud, man. I don't know if I'm gonna keep them like that. You guys comment down below and tell me what you think. Yeah, it feels good. It feels really nice. It definitely feels very smooth. The power band feels really, really good. Pulling very, very hard. And you guys can run this tune on a stock car. I mean, it is wise to at least have a charge pipe. And just because those are very prone to cracking under increased boost, that's why you upgrade those. But in order to do stage 2, you gotta have a downpipe and I think at least a front mount intercooler. So that's, I mean, we're set for that. We already have all that, so we're good. But yeah, this feels really good. So these are just the OTS map burbles, like I said before. Just kind of off the shelf setup, but I'll probably be changing them. They seem to be just a little bit over the top for me. I like my burbles to be a little more refined. It's like, I thought this car was great stock, you know? So it's like anything on top of that, it's just an added benefit. But these tunes, they do a lot for you when you have all of the supporting bolt-ons. You know, the exhaust, the intake, the charge pipe, the intercooler, those things all kind of play a role into the tune, and you really feel a big benefit from having all those on there. So I'm super excited to get the downpipe on. I think it's going to make a big difference in the way that this car reacts and sounds. And you know, if you guys are looking for the easiest way to get power into your car, downpipe and a tune, like that's really, those are the sweet spots, man. You get a downpipe and a tune and it just completely changes the car, especially on these turbo vehicles. When it comes to these tunes, I tend to err on the side of reliability over like full gas power, being that this is my daily driver, and I try to have the perfect balance between a little bit of power so it's fun to drive, but also reliable. And I really think that, you know, every time I've used Pro Tuning Freaks, they seem to hit it on the head with these tunes. So you can also run an MHD tune. I've heard great things about those. I think that these tunes, it just comes down to what your preference is and what you're really looking to get out of the car. Obviously, there's going to be people out there, no matter what you buy, that are going to bash the product. That's just the way it goes with anything. There's always going to be someone who has a bad experience, and they're always going to voice their opinion. So really, it just comes down to what you guys are looking for and what your preference is and who you feel like supporting. And for me, obviously, you know, I'm sponsored by Keys Motorsports. I push their products, and I've never had any issues with Pro Tuning Freaks boot mode. So I just keep, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. So that's why I just keep using their products, and it's been great. Yeah. That felt really good. You just can't help but smile when you drive this car. I mean, it's just such a fun car. And man, this tune, it's a game changer. Brings the car to life. I don't know about you guys, but I am super, super excited to get that downpipe on. Like, so stoked, man. Tomorrow cannot come soon enough. This car just slides out everywhere. First gear is pretty much just wheel spin, but the tires on this car are not very good. I noticed that the dealership probably didn't want to fork up the money to put on the Michelin Pilot 4S's that come standard on this car, and they put some Federals on the back, which is just like bleh. So the back tires are definitely not up to par, but I will be ordering some nicer tires with my new wheels, so hopefully that will that'll put down a little more grip into the power. But man, this thing feels amazing. It feels so good. Yeah, even just like lightly going through the gears, it just feels so consistent, such a smooth power band. And that's really what you're looking for out of a tune. You just want that power and that boost to feel really good in all gears consistently. And this definitely does it. Feels very nice. As far as dynoing goes, I'm going to be dynoing this car with the full bolt-ons, zero tune, full bolt-ons stage 1, and full bolt-ons stage 2. So we can really see what kind of difference it gives us when we throw on the tune and increase the boost and all that. It's a good day when your GoPro's still there. All right, cool. Yeah, feels really good. Also, let me know what you guys think. I'm thinking about taking off these side diffusers and just going back to the standard middle one. I also might be getting a rear diffuser with like the brake light in it. I might run that. I am going to be changing some things up. The side skirt extensions I'm going to be changing up to ones without the winglet. I might actually do the PSM style ones that are a little more intricate. And then I'm thinking about taking off these guys in the back. I just feel like it's a little bit much and a little over the top. All right, so there you guys go. Boot mode stage 1, 93 octane on the M2 feels really, really good. Like I said before, this car already felt great stock, and I really am just enjoying this car as it is. It seems to respond beautifully to everything that I put on it, all the bolt-ons and now the tune. And like I said before, you know, I just did this tune because I didn't want to deal with the check engine light from the catless downpipe. And now that we have the tune on and driving it, it feels great. I mean, that's obviously an added benefit to making sure that you don't get a cell, is the performance is fantastic. So I've always been a fan of Pro Tuning Freaks and Boot Mode products. If you guys are interested in the bundle that I have, you guys can go ahead and click on it. But of course, Boot Mode is offered for a wide variety of cars and BMWs and even Supras. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned. We are doing the downpipe in the next video. I'm super excited running the downpipe with the tune. This car is going to get crazy. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this video. What did you think of the quality with the sound, the GoPros? What did you think about the tune? What's your preference in tune? What did you think about the burbles? Were the burbles too much? I think for me, the burbles might be a little too much. But I'm gonna mess with that stuff a little bit later. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please do stay safe, stay healthy out there. Strange times right now, and I'm just hoping that we can get through this. I'm gonna try and up the amount of content that I'm putting out to keep some of you guys entertained at home while we get through this weird time. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.